Hello, let's talk about what building blocks we have at our disposal to create iOS apps. I'll mention a few sizes here and there, but you should take a look at the attached file that's going to give you a comprehensive view on correctly sizing iOS components. Be aware that everything is in points, but that won't affect you if you follow my advice to design at 1 times. Let's take it from the top with the status bar. In the vast majority of cases, the status bar is either white or fully transparent. From a coding standpoint, that's easy to handle. From a designer's perspective, keeping things clean is a priority, thus choosing this route is a safe way to go. For every 10 white status bars, you'll find 1 or 2 colored ones. Even when that happens, the status bar is always tied into the navigation bar, meaning the section immediately underneath it. One example is booking. Here we can see they went for their brand's navy blue. Viber, same thing, their color is reflected in the top part of the app. On the Android side, we saw more diversity. The status bar was sometimes a bit darker than the action bar. On iOS, I've rarely encountered this combination. To sum it up so far, status bars tend to be white or 100% transparent by a landslide. When they're colored, they use the same color as the navigation bar. There's no playing with transparency, there's no using PNGs or anything like that. You can get creative and use a gradient. This is what Imgur does. The entire app is very well designed. You can tell someone spent a lot of time on it. More on that later. Another app that makes the status bar special is Momondo. Again, you can tell this app has someone at the helm that appreciates good design. But if I were to give out a number, I'd say 70% of apps go with a white or fully transparent, 20% use a solid color, and just a measly 10% get creative and use a gradient. As for its size, 20 points is the way to go on an artboard that's 375 by 667. That's 1 times. This applies for the iPhone 6, 6S, 7 and 8. For the iPhone X and XS, the status bar occupies 44 points because of the notch. Considering we won't customize it in any particular way, we'll rely on the official UI kit to make sure our status bar is perfectly sized, no matter if you're going for the notch or not. Finally, though this is less under our control, you can also use the status bar to show progress. For example, Badoo lets us know how far along we are in the registration process. Though we only have 2 colors, these help guide the user and they're a nice touch. It's best you speak with your developer before you try anything like that, just to be on the safe side. Okay, that's it. Let's move on.